Hey everybody, it's Motorbike Mike from Motorbike Mike TV, and I'm here today in an undisclosed location with a little bit of a barn find and my nephew Cody Chesney, 153. You may remember him from last year. But anyway, what we're here to talk about today is we found a really cool old dirt bike. It's a 1996 CR 250 Honda. It was one of Jeremy McGrath's favorite bikes. He loved this bike. And the whole goal here with this bike is to find a bike at a reasonable price and then put the parts on it that's needed to make it safe and not necessarily pretty. We just want it to be safe for us to go out and ride on. And we're going to document this whole thing all the way through. Cody's going to help me with the rebuild of this bike. And so anything that it needs in the way of items to make it safe and perform correctly, we've purchased. We didn't purchase stuff like decals and seat covers. The rear fender is broken, so we bought a new one of those. And then at the end of this build, we'll post in the description all the links to the parts that we bought, and then we'll also tell you how much we ended up with in the bike. Currently we spent $1,200 for the motorcycle and another almost $500 in parts, which is mostly just wear items because we've got chain and sprockets and tires and a few other miscellaneous items like air cleaner and that. Brake pads look good, handlebars are straight. Everything on the motorcycle is actually pretty good mechanically wise, and when you're looking at a used motorcycle, the most important thing to do is to check the major things about the motorcycle so you know that you're not going to have a huge expense in overhauling the bike. So does it have compression? Are there any bearings that are wore out and need replacing? So what you want to do is push on the rear shock and make sure the shock is working. It has some rebound dampening to it. Do the same with the forks so they don't just snap back, and you know that all that stuff needs to be rebuilt. One thing that I did notice right away was the forks were leaking a little bit of oil. So it's not uncommon for a 20-year-old motorcycle to need fork seals. So we're going to be replacing the fork oil and fork seals. The shock looks really good. There's no leaking around the shock. So we think that's good. We'll just get that adjusted and go from there. So we will see you on the other side.